Hey guys, Bicep here, bringing you this leveling guide for the War Within for the Unholy Death Knight. Today we'll cover the leveling build, talk a little bit about your talent choices and what you can do to speed up your leveling process. Talk a little bit about like the rotation and what to expect when you go into the leveling environment and how to most efficiently level up to 80. Just starting out, here are the talents. Essentially, what we're going for here is picking up lots of speed talents. So, you know, we've got Brave Walk, we have March of Darkness, just to get up your speed there. Furthermore, if you look at the spec tree, we are going for an AoE heavy build, specifically going for all the disease talents. This is going to be a big part of your damage when you level up, and a very easy way of dealing lots of damage to a lot of mobs. Essentially, we want Playbringer, we want MLP, we want Super Strain, so that we can essentially just dot up a target and then have it die within that dot from that big dot damage. One note here is that we're not picking up VContagion here. I would like, if when you start going into higher level, when the mobs are starting to get a bit more tricky, or if you start off with insufficient gear, you want to pick up VContagion. Essentially, if the mobs take, you know, 5 or 6 GCDs to kill, you have enough time to set up for like a bigger wave, so you can get up lots of mobs, leverage VContagion and AoE them down. However, if you're already very highly geared, that won't be required unless you go into higher levels where things start to become a bit more tricky to build. That's like the one choice you make. Just swap out Ghoulish Frenzy for VContagion when you need that. Now, for leveling trips and ticks, so how do you actually... Oh, sorry. Also, we have hero talents, what you should do there. So definitely, you should go for Rider of the Apocalypse. We have on a Pale Horse, this is just incredibly strong during leveling. I'm sure you can see in the footage behind me. Essentially, you can mount up and kill enemies at the same time. So if you're in a big area when you're going to have to, you know, move between the mobs and kill lots of them, and you're not going to be dragon riding, it is so valuable to essentially skip the step where you have to mount up after every time. Also, gathering up mobs is very easy. You can just dot up and then run to the next one. I did notice that due to the speed I could level, my pet would die a lot, either being left behind fighting some mob or just going out of range, but that's fine, you can just resummon it. The benefit as well is that you can mount up on your dragon riding mount while you're already mounted on your horse, so there's actually no downtime there either. It's really powerful, so that's the main thing. Once you pick that up, I would just go straight down the middle to pick up your summoning horseman whenever you do race sublimation. Really good for killing elites and just getting good value every 1.5 minutes. And then just fill out the rest of the tree as you see fit. It doesn't really matter. The big point is getting that mounted combat, and that's just a very good speed up. Now, for the actual rotations, what are you going to do? Well, you have quite a lot of cooldowns that you want to press as much as possible to leverage them. So Dark Transformation, Apocalypse, we have Race Sublimation as well, and Holy Assault. Just use them all the time as much as possible. If you're like me and you are mythic geared from Dragonflight, you won't actually have time to like press an Holy Assault or Apocalypse because things just die too quickly. But that's fine, you know. After a couple levels, things will start getting a bit more tricky to kill, and then you can actually leverage your cooldowns appropriately. But Dark Transformation is so great, you press that, your dude is just kind of kill stuff on his own, and it's going to help dot everything up, right? In general though, what you're going to do is you're going to press Outbreak a ton. So you have a big area with lots of mobs, you're mounted, you Outbreak as you run, dotting everything up. Try and hit Skirt Strike quite early on the mob to get Playbringer going so that your dots deal a lot more damage. But essentially, you dot everything up, right? You stop after a while, and you can look behind you and then everything has just died due to that dot damage. If it hasn't died, you will have spanked up quite a lot of rune power, so you can press Epidemic to AoE it down, and that's kind of how it goes. For big mobs, right, you want to raise sublimation. I would do that as well on cooldown, just when I'm hitting and everything, but when you want to kill something more difficult, raise sublimation, Dark Transformation, Holy Assault, Apocalypse, just use those, and it's going to just drop dead without any issues, really. When comparing Unholy versus Frost in leveling, Unholy is just much better due to the fact that we don't really need any setup to do damage. Like, you only dot things up and that's going to do the majority of damage. Frost DKs, you can obviously use Howling Blast, but it doesn't do that much. And you kind of need to be in contact with the mobs to do proper damage, to leverage your pillar window, that kind of thing. But once you do, everything just dies immediately. So it's a bit difficult to kind of effectively go around and kill spread out mobs. that's why Frost isn't as good. Alright, so that's your leveling video for today. I'll put up a Frost one as well, talk a little bit about Talons and rotation for that as well, tips and tricks. One final point before I leave you guys. We have fried bonefish you can pick up. Gives you a nice movie speed buff when you kill stuff, which is great. For the weapon, I'm currently running Fallen Crusader, but on an first, it's definitely a valuable option because it gives you a big speed boost whenever you kill anything, which is going to make your leveling experience much quicker. Obviously, not as much damage because you don't actually get the strength buff that you get from Fallen Crusader. But if you really want to speed up leveling, I think an ending first is actually a little bit better. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video. Upvote, downvote, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.